I'm gonna bring that
You're on
away.
Twitch.
Yes. What's up, Twitch? So yeah. So Jack Harlow, let's talk about it.
All right, so before we get started, y'all, just general opinion of the album, hit or miss.
Devin, you want to go first?
It was a hit. It was a hit for me. Honestly, I feel like he had a few awesome tracks on there. Like I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed, I should say.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And like, this is the first Jack Harlow album I've listened to all the way through. And as somebody who like just got into listening to albums like all the way through, like I think before I started the barbecue, I just listened to whatever was on the radio. And then recently I was like, oh, you're supposed to like listen to the whole album. Oh. And it was really easy to listen to this whole album like all the way through because the songs just really transitioned well into each other. And I wasn't ever bored. There were times when I was definitely bopping, but I wasn't ever bored, which I feel like is a really good compliment.
I think something that, well, first of all, I love the album because I'm not a huge Jack Harlow fan, but I enjoy his music. I think it's just so crazy because I was listening to it again. I was like, this man does not raise his voice at all. He just kind of has the same like vibe in every song. Not that that's a bad thing necessarily, but you know, like he doesn't have a whole lot of inflection, but he's still an interesting person to listen to. His voice is like butter. He glides on every song, the flow, the production.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so
yeah, and this is his only his second album.
This is debut album.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this is debut album.
Okay.
Dropped the project last year. I guess it was like a mixtape or something. But yeah, even he called it his debut album. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Love that. Yeah, no, I feel like honestly, like it's really interesting to me because I looked him up after I listened to the album, and he's from Kentucky, but I feel like it's like interesting to see someone from Kentucky have such like an interesting take on like fame and stuff like that, because obviously I don't know anybody off the top of my head who's famous from Kentucky, but like good for him for being like, look, he kind of reminds me of like I don't know if it's really like the American dream, but like people who like come from nothing who make it famous, and they're like the first people from their town to like put their town on the map, and they're like,
yeah, I can't complain about it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually went into listening thinking I was gonna get disappointed only because What's Poppin' is alright. But before actually even diving into the project, I've known that he's made like other songs in the past, like before he really blew up, like back when he was just on, like YouTube. Those are actually pretty good. Like his bar game is superb.
Yeah, and I think it's really. Oh, go ahead, Sid.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's really cool how he's very self-aware that he's like a white rapper, and he definitely is like much more honest about it than I feel like Eminem or like Mac Miller would be, because I think later in Mac Miller's career he was very much like, oh, white boy this, and he was a little more understanding of like systemic racism. Not that he wasn't in the beginning, but he was a lot more outspoken about it. And I feel like a lot of times with white rappers, they try to get you to like forget that they're white in a sense, and I think it's really refreshing that Jack is like, yeah, like I am white, but I think that's still, like I still have something to say.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So we can go track by track real quick. Technically, he put out, I would say, 15 tracks, but if you exclude both of the What's Poppins, because he put the remix and the original version on the album. I don't know why he did that. And then also Tyler Hero, which he dropped before. You're left with 12 new tracks, 12 fresh tracks. So let's start with Rendezvous. What did y'all think of Rendezvous, the album opener?
It was kind of lengthy, but not too, like, it didn't draw me away. Like, I didn't lose interest because, like, what he was saying in his wordplay, like, just caught me and just kept me. I guess it was like I liked it. I appreciate it. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought I don't know. I thought it was it sounded a lot to me like his cipher from XXL. Like it kind of gave me like cipher vibes, so it definitely was like Kareem said, very interesting, and like it didn't ever like bore me or anything, but it definitely was kind of long.
I feel that. I think as far as an album opener goes, I think it could have been a little bit shorter, yeah. But I think, it gave you cypher vibes because I feel like in a cypher a lot of times the rappers are kind of introducing themselves.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
They're like, oh, this is like who I am, yada yada. I feel like he did that in that first track.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was in that track where he mentioned being at a show with like 8 people in the audience. I don't know if it was that song or if it was Keep It Light. I think it was Keep It Light. But either way, I think it was a great album opener. He did a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next song. He had some good features on here too for his debut album. Next song, Facing My City, featuring Lil Baby. What did y'all think?
I don't know. I feel like he. I don't know how they actually do appreciate him, but in my opinion, I feel like he's kind of hyping up his own hype. But that's just me. I don't really know how the city actually appreciates him. Mm-hmm. The way he's saying like how he's a hometown hero, so tell him at a mural and stuff like. Yeah. I'm like, okay, are you on that level yet, or because I don't know.
That's true.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, no, I agree with Kareem in the sense that like it's your first album. You can't precede the hype, you can't like it's a little sus when you create your own hype. It's like buying Instagram followers. But yeah.
He blew up fast too, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like very fast. I'm trying to think the first song I heard was, I think I was just on iTunes or Apple Music and I saw the cover for his last project and I was like, look at this. And I heard about him through just finding him. So I feel like a lot of people just heard about him or like got hip to him through What's Poppin', which just dropped.
Yeah.
In April, May, something like that. So, he blew up fast. Yeah, I don't know if he's the face of his city. I feel like Bryson Tiller might be between the two, since Bryson Tiller is also from Louisville. If we're comparing artists from Louisville. But, I don't know. What do you guys think of the Lil Baby feature?
I feel like Lil Baby is pretty, I don't know. I feel like I'm just, like, it's not weird to see Lil Baby as a feature on here. Like, I feel like Lil Baby is, like, a pretty cool feature because I think it's kind of demonstrates, sorry. Lil Baby is, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that Lil Baby kind of demonstrates, like, where Jack Harlow is at his success. And I feel like features, like the people you feature on your tracks just kind of demonstrates how much reach you have in the rap community. So I feel like it demonstrates how quickly, like, Jack really got up there. But at the same time, it's like, it is Lil Baby, so it's not, like, it's not surprising. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, only because, like, we know how Lil Baby can go hard.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a good verse, but, like, it was, like kind of like how Rachel was saying, like, it was, like, out there just to show, hey, I know this, I know these people. Like, they could have made a better song, in my opinion. And like, I really hate is kind of strong, but I dislike when Lil Baby like kind of like raps along with somebody, like when he says the chorus with them, but in his auto-tuned way. It kind of like throws me off a little bit. It's like, and I'm like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't even realize that, but thinking about how the song goes in my head now, I agree with that. I don't know, I feel like, because what I do sometimes is I'll look at a feature from one song and I'll listen to a different one and I'll be like, oh, like maybe this feature would have worked better on a different song. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that feature was good for that song as far as production goes. I don't know. I'm also thinking about still how Jack Harlow like does not raise his voice at all, and I feel like Lil Baby does a good job of having that inflection based off of what he's talking about, the beat, stuff like that. But like I said, Jack Harlow still slid on this song as he did on every other song on this album. So yeah. Wasn't a standout track, but I definitely it had a place on the album. I think the track placement for it was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And then the next track is like Delta.
20MC Delta?
Yeah. That one, first of all, like anytime anybody mentions Delta, I think of the John Mulaney skit where he's like, "'Cause we're Delta Airlines and life is a fucking nightmare." So I just immediately going into the song, I was like, "Oh God, does he fly Delta?"
I didn't know he was gonna talk about it all.
I know, it's kind of like a weird flex to open your track with being like, "Oh, look at all my success," and then have a song named after Delta Airlines.
But I feel like he didn't, because usually when I see a slash, I'm like, okay, it's two different songs. So I think this was two different songs, but the only difference between production on the first one and the second one is he just like slowed something down, right? He just like slowed the beat down or something. Yeah. So I don't know if it needed to be split like that, or if it could have just, the Delta part could have just served as the outro for the actual song. So I guess that's something technical, but
yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that. I like how I love how he was kind of like trying to explain how he enjoys regular females, or maybe this in particular person that he still has feelings for, and like how he like basically said she works a 9 to 5. She want to be somebody. Like, I feel like that's good to have in your music, just to show that you're not getting big headed off a lot of this stuff, a lot of the hype. Yeah, that's my take on that one. Other than that, I really did think it was going to be two different songs.
Like completely different. I thought I was gonna get like a sicko mode vibe from it or something.
I mean, didn't he say something? He said a line in there, something about Delta, but not the one
with the pyramids.
With the pyramid, I was like,
that was kind of lame. I was like, okay, like all right,
okay.
And I was talking about airplanes. Like you didn't have to like specify that we.
I was like, oh, we understood it, but okay.
You know what? I'll say it. It tried to be Airplanes by B.O.B. It tried to be Airplanes, but just fell so short. And it's kind of fucked up because Airplanes was written by a flat earther. So how the fuck you gonna write a song about airplanes?
Who?
B.O.B.
He's a flat earther?
Yeah, like literally flat earthers believe that planes are like fake. So how you gonna write a song about airplanes? Oh my goodness. But yeah.
We're gonna talk about flat earthers one of these days. Because like explain hills, please. Because I've walked up several hills and nah.
Oh my god. I don't think it means like there's no topography on the land. I think it means that like
But regardless though, like.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Next song.
Next, Already Best Friends with a Chris Brown feature, which I was like, huh?
You know, when I was listening, I seen that it said the song had Chris Brown, but I don't remember like hearing Chris Brown's part for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe I'll go back in and re-listen, but it missed me. I was like, dang, I already came past a Big Sean feature and Chris Brown feature. Like what?
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
It was really random though. I did not expect to hear Chris Brown on this album at all.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure. Like, why is Chris Brown still getting features? That's my question. Like, I respect his music and all that stuff, but I think we've established that this man does not give a fuck about women. And didn't we just talk about how Jack Harlow, like, just wrote a song about, like, I forget what I was going to say. But basically, like, got a Chris Brown feature and a Big Sean feature. I like Big Sean, but Chris Brown.
Yeah. 2020 has been a year.
Yeah.
I feel like this is definitely. Wait, did I skip? I'm sorry, I skipped a track. Okay, let's go back to Way Out.
You skipped 2 tracks.
Oh my god, what is wrong with me? I'm so sorry.
Okay. Funny Seeing You Here.
This is my favorite song too, and I skipped it. Okay, Funny Seeing You Here. Yes, like I said, this is my favorite song on the album. What's you guys' opinion on it?
I like this one a lot too.
Yeah, me too. I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I don't think there was anything like super notable about it, but I was bopping. Yeah.
I felt like the writing was really, really strong on this song. It told a story. I could like see everything that he was talking about in my head, kind of. I could picture it. This is a standout track to me. I feel like a lot of times artists will release some of their best songs from an album ahead of time. And I feel like he didn't do that. And I feel like this is a track that is like a gem. And he chose to save it for the album, which I'm happy he decided to do. So.
Yeah, but he was definitely more intimate with this one. I actually liked it a lot, though, because it was showing he was more vulnerable. That's what it was with this. And it, like you said, like the story was vivid, gave me the King Von vibes. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I fucked with
it. So next song, Way Out, Big Sean.
Yes, I feel like this song was. I would say it's like a hype song along with the Face in My City song. It's one of the more energetic songs on the album. The Big Sean verse was quick, and I was listening to it on my way home today, and he said some corny line. He said something like, let me look at it real quick, because I was like, Big Sean, he says corny stuff, but this definitely took the cake. Like, y'all can go ahead, talk while I find it real quick. And share your opinion.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. Big Sean, I'm not impressed by Big Sean anymore. I feel like, honestly, back in the day, like back when we were in high school, middle school, like he had a lot of really cool songs he was putting out, but a lot of his features just kind of demonstrate to me that he's good with like producing. I'm just not really impressed with his lyrics, so his verse was fine. It wasn't anything special. But I will say I also went on like a weird binge after I listened to this song, where I I had like a weird experience with this album because I definitely went and listened to a lot of like my parents' favorite hip hop albums, and just like comparing like verses from then to verses now, it just kind of ruined it for me, high key, because I was just like, I'm bored by the lyrics. Not all the lyrics in the song, but this song especially, just the verse was kind of weak, and it just kind of didn't say anything, I feel like.
Yeah, no, his bar was, I get paid to do me, that's a fact check.
Me too, bitch. Me too.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. His stuff is like more, it's just more, it makes sense. Like he had one that was like, y'all know what I'm talking about. It'll be like, what did he say one song? It was like, you got people inside our business like you and I is.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, oh, he just, the you and I is in the word business. Like he does stuff like that.
Oh my god.
That was not on that level. It just wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, that bar, low-key, like, is he a TikToker? Like,
I wondered if Big Sean made that or wrote that verse like before him and Janae like got back together, or is he really talking about his ex?
Oh yeah, and I feel like I feel like he should take a break from talking about his exes, because his one ex just passed away, and then he had to do like a whole media circuit where he was like, "I'm sorry, I wrote I don't fuck with you." Like, maybe he should take a break from talking about women in his music.
That is facts. That's
facts. Now we're at already best friends. I don't know if y'all said all you need to say about that track. My final verdict on track 6, it could have been left off.
High key. Okay, so we're back. We're live again.
The boys are back.
Okay. The boys. So we stopped at Keep It Light. So Cream. I think Kareem should go first.
Oh! I see what you did there. I actually not appreciate it. I enjoyed his flow. It sounded spicy. I remember the instrumental was kind of different from the rest of how he was already going with the album. So the switch is definitely nice and needed. If I had to rate it, I would probably give it a solid 8.5 because it still needed some work. I just don't remember exactly what it was. There was something with the production I didn't enjoy. But
yeah, no, I liked it a lot too. I feel like the instrumental definitely a bop, like Creep said. Yeah, this was kind of one of the tracks also that I like really. Oh my god. People keep walking in and out of my room. It's definitely one of the tracks that I liked a lot, but it didn't really like stick with me. But definitely liked it.
I definitely agree. I feel like I don't really remember this song very well. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Out of all the songs, I feel like I remember that one the least. Let me play it.
Well, which track number was that?
That's 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it. Based off of the 2 seconds that I just played, like I said, I remember it wasn't like it wasn't anything I was like, oh wow, like this really like made the album like amazing. Like it was cool. It was a cool track.
Yeah, I get that. Well, on that note, I guess we can move to the next track, which is Same Guy featuring Adam Levine.
I was like, where has Adam Levine been? And I was like, wait, he's been working with Jack Harlow. Makes sense.
Love him. I love this track because I love Adam Levine's sexy voice. He's so sexy. Like, I know I could probably like break him in half because he's so skinny, but you know, I love that about him. Scrawny white dudes really do it for me. But yes, anybody else?
Was this like a favorite track of anyone?
Oh, mine for sure, just for the Adam Levine feature.
It was. I liked it because I love Adam Levine since a young age. So like I said, it was one of those tracks that definitely gave it that switch in the whole project. I feel like it was much needed. And you know, I don't know. It was they collabed well together. That's what
They're like whenever Jack Harlow sings, he doesn't sing often, but when he does a great job. Yeah. Which I feel is like a hidden talent. Like he should sing more often.
Yes. And on that note of hidden talents, I really feel like Adam Levine should take up like a Jack Antonoff thing where he makes music for his band, but he'll produce for other people on the side. Because OG Maroon 5, like Adam Levine was writing the music, writing the lyrics, producing the beats. Like it was crazy. I really think that if he wanted to, he could make a career in producing. And I think this track is proof. I don't know if he produced the beat, but just like what he brought to this album through this feature. You know?
I think Jetson made another one produce it because I think that's what the choir was saying at the end. I think.
And I Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing. Like if I ever were to, you know, blow up and get on Jack Harlow's level to the point where I can like reach out to certain artists that, you know, used to be hard and like go crazy in the game, I would do that because that it would feel like a dream come true or something like that. You know, like if you really wanted to be like an artist since a young person, you know, I definitely would do that.
Yeah, and I feel like it says a lot about Jack Harlow that like I know we were kind of shitting on Big Sean and Chris Brown, but the fact that he could reach out to like Adam Levine, Chris Brown, Big Sean, Lil Baby. He had Static Major on there, the guy who made the Lean On song that was like super popular when we were all in high school. The Babies on What's Poppin' and Tory Lanez, which like Tory Lanez is canceled, but like still just his reach. It's impressive for a first album.
That's valid.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about the production of the song? Jetson made another one, did produce it, and I feel like that's just so. I don't know. This feels like such a. I don't want to say like rap song. A little bit, just because I don't know, the choir at the end, along with the beat, and then just the fact that Jetson made another one, produces for the baby, and the production's so different. I feel like there's the versatility as far as production goes.
Yeah, honestly.
Gotta give recognition.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I forget. Either way, moving on. So next track is Route 66. This one I feel like had a lot of bars that stuck with me. I wrote one down. I forget where I wrote it down. But I think he talks a lot about Kentucky in this. Or at least he alludes to it.
Bitch, I'm from Kentucky.
Yes. Yeah, basically it's like he said something about he said I'm from the white side like Hassan, and I thought he meant Hassan Piker, who I'm in love with. And I was like but then I was like, he can't be talking about Hassan Piker. Like Hassan Piker's like from Turkey. Like he can't. It was stupid. But I do think that honestly, like if you've ever lived on the East Coast in Sydney, you're probably getting a taste of that right now. Like, Route 66 on the East Coast is, like, legendary. I don't even know why, because, like, Route 66 is pretty sure, like, it leads to, it's for getting to the West Coast. So, yeah, I don't know why the East Coast loves it so much, but.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's, like, you ever seen Cars? Where they're, like, basically, I'm pretty sure there's, like, one point where it splits off into multiple. But, yeah.
I was thinking about that, how people get from, like, not that anyone would willingly drive from here to, like, LA, but how that would happen.
I've done it. It's not fun.
That is not fun. It's like a 33 or 36-hour drive or something like that.
It took my family, like, a week, too, because we stopped and, like, saw all the sights and stuff. But that was because we were moving from, the first time we did it is that I was moving from San Diego to Virginia, and then we were going from North Carolina to Los Angeles so we could come here to Hawaii. So, definitely seen this country. Not as impressive as you would think. But Route 66, that just shows that he's, like, really in it with these, like, Kentuckians. He knows what's up. He's seen Cars. Also, I read on Rolling Stone, like, their review of him, they called him Louisville's G-Eazy. And I don't know if
they started, like, making metal spoon, like.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, like, they already call G-Eazy, like, the Johnny Cash of hip-hop. So I'm not really sure, like, if calling someone the G-Eazy of Louisville is, like, a good thing.
I think that, no, I do not even think about G-Eazy when I listen to Jack Harlow or anything like that. Like, I honestly, like, I don't want to say I forgot about G-Eazy because I will say I was a G-Eazy, or I'm a G-Eazy fan. Like, as weird as I feel saying that, I like some of his music, you know? Whatever. Because he has that, I guess the swagger is the same. Or similar, not the same. In that sense. But I would not compare the two. I just wouldn't. And people tried to compare MGK and Eminem, like they had some beef, like, some years ago. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Jeezy was a cool person. I can't. Jeezy, he was cool. He was cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
Or something like that.
Yeah, he was cool until he cheated on, like, 3 very prominent women in, like, the music industry, and I'm pretty sure that just, like, blackballed him, like, to nothing. So, Jack Harlow better rise above this G-Eazy label, because G-Eazy made good music, but, like, the fact that he couldn't keep it in his pants, like, ruined it for him, I think.
Tough. That's tough. But yeah, the song was definitely cool. I feel like it was actually the hot water to Chance the Rapper's, Big Day.
Yeah.
That's the type of bounce that it had. And I wasn't mad. The feature definitely sounded like Chief Keef though. Feature he had Chief Keef.
I went back and listened to his other project Confetti, and he's on there too. The song that he features on Confetti, Rod, and that song is wild. Like, I'm not sure who this guy is. I think he's Kentucky based or something, but I'm waiting for him to, do some numbers, blow up a little bit too. So
yeah. Also, can we talk about his name? Like, Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's him.
But yes. So next song, Tyler Hero, or I don't know if it's Tyler Hero.
I think it's Hero.
Okay, good, because I was like, the double R threw me off. I was like, this might be a little racist. But I really like this track a lot. I really fuck with it, and I really think that if What's Poppin' wasn't the single for this album, I really think Tyler Hero should have been.
I think because I'm pretty sure he put What's Poppin' on his EP on Sweet Action.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs on here that were on the EP.
He's doing this song on every project for. Yeah. It's literally the first song on his other project.
Love that. It's because he's proud of the features, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, just had to get the clout from the names.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him.
I really wouldn't. The baby had a good year.
Yeah, the baby had a great year. Oh my god. Plus being the only, like, male rapper that's not horrible right now with the Meg Thee Stallion thing. Damn. But, I'm a baby stan. I'm a DaBaby stan. I love him. But yeah, no. A lot of the tracks on this album were plants from his EP, which is interesting. But also not unheard of, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Tyler Hero was a single. It was a single after What's Poppin', though.
Yeah, it came out like I want to say a month ago or something like that. They dropped with the visual, which I like. I like when artists drop singles with visual at the same time. Honestly. Yeah. So yeah, he dropped this single, which, like I said earlier, I'm glad when artists can put out good singles from their albums, but still have a lot of gems that they're saving for the actual project.
Yeah.
Did a good job of deciding, like, okay, I'm going to drop this song. Also, plus, Tyler Hero, like, they just, I think the NBA, no, the NBA season ended a while ago, but Tyler Hero also, he was a standout in the playoffs. So I feel like that was also, you know, a good chance to highlight that as well.
Yeah, I did not know that was a real person until just now.
He plays for the Heat.
He plays for the Heat?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need to get out of basketball. Because my family's literally from Miami. I gotta go. I'm never watching basketball again. I'm a fake NBA fan. But yeah, no, this one was definitely another one of my favorite tracks.
He slid on this track once again. It's the confident flow. Even in the music video, he looks so cool. I was like, man, cool guy, cool dude,
cool guy.
Yes. All right, so on to the Static Major Bryson Tiller feature. Love is Dro.
This song, I think definitely between Funny Seeing You Here and this song, those are my two favorite songs.
Only sad bops for Sydney.
Yeah, I was already getting the feel that he had like something that was a little bit Drake-ish about him, and then I heard this song, I'm like, definitely, yes.
So
I have been thinking that too. I was like, he has a similar flow. I don't want to say he stole his flow.
Yeah.
He's a sad boy. Sad boys are in right now.
So what is it?
I said sad boys are in right now. Listen, being a simp, being a sad boy, that's popular.
I'm already know Drake's gonna have a few sad songs on Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. How do we feel about Bryson Tiller on the song? He brought it like he always does. I'm pretty sure you could give Bryson Tiller like a Dr. Seuss book and he'd make it work. The man's range is insane.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. So, I was wondering, I'm like, so this is the same Static Major from like Lollipop with Lil Wayne?
Yeah, and I remember him mostly from like Lean On from like 2015 or something. But yeah, Static Major actually like has a lot of range that I feel like is not super popular, or no, not super popular, not super noticed, because he's a DJ, right? Or something like that. So I feel like he's one of those DJs that is like very prolific, but nobody acknowledges it.
Yeah, because like you were saying earlier, Kareem, you said he gave you like Drake vibes, and it's also put me in the mindset of what was the song Drake had? Gosh, with Static Major. Oh my God, why am I blanking on this?
I told you to go first. No,
wait, hold on, because I don't have the song in my head. After dark. Okay, there we go. There we go. I thought of it.
How did I not even catch on that?
Oh my God, Sydney.
All right, so yes, I thought of that song when I heard this one because they both have Static Major. And I feel like it has like that vibe to them, so it's like no matter who remixes it or whatever, it's still gonna have that vibe because it feels. I don't think because I went and listened to the actual Love Is Dro song, and the only thing they really added to the song was they just put more like hard hitting bass into it to kind of make it his own, and then also of course Bryson Tiller's feature, and then that Harlow at the beginning he was like talking in between the Static Major verses. Yeah, no, this song I have no complaints. I never thought I would hear him on like a sexy song, whatever. But he did a good job with this. Like he also has that voice that kind of like chill, relaxed vibe to it. So that also helped elevate the song.
Yeah. Also, I just looked this up. Retcon what I just said. I was talking about Static Major on Lean On Me. That's Major Lazer.
Okay. Okay. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but
I suck. It's okay.
I'm weak, bro.
Static Major.
Look, it's similar names. But I feel like what I said, thinking it was Major Lazer, could still be applied to Static Major. So
A for effort.
I did my best. I'll do more research next time. But we're at the main event. What's poppin'? How do we feel about the song? Because I loved it.
I know Mr. Devin thought it was mediocre or whatever your word you used earlier.
Man, yes. Honestly, yes. I mean, I liked it. I liked it when it first came out, but it just got outplayed really fast.
Yeah.
It's like mainstream music, but
and everyone you see in the streets like, "Hey, what's poppin'?" And then like as a critic, like at that point, yeah. So it's like like Brandon just hopping, whatever. Like I just feel that.
I know. Devin's gonna start throwing elbows anytime someone says "what's poppin" at him. He's gonna be like,
"What's poppin'?" Like,
"What's poppin'? I'll show you what's poppin'." Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no. Overall, like you said, the song was hot when it first came out. When it first came out, I was like, he's gonna do some things. And then he also had the visual come out with the song. Cole Bennett visual. The video was hot.
Oh man, so the original was shot by Cole?
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, okay, so that's how okay.
Yeah, when he's in the diner, that one was shot by Cole Bennett, and then I don't know who shot the remix one. I think it's also so crazy how like certain videographers and like music directors, but others just like, okay, they put out a music video, like nobody really knows like who did it. It's just like
exactly. I'll do my whole research like on it. And they'll have like a whole like production team or something sometimes.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. Especially because like, sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that honestly, like when people drop music videos and like nobody knows them, that's like the most lucrative way to like get into the business though, because you think about it, like you could drop a music video and like you can get hundreds of clicks, hundreds of exposure, and like even if like nobody knows your name, like somebody's gonna know your name from that music video. I actually had a professor tell me that it's better to make a music video to like get a reputation and like kickstart your career it's better to make a music video than a freaking documentary. And like we were all journalists. Like I was like, oh God, you're gonna like destroy some of these people's hopes and dreams.
Because it's like also less time. You're being like put into it. Like what? 3 minutes max for a song.
Yeah, less legal loopholes.
True, very true. The ask to interview people and stuff like that.
More creativity. Yeah, less constraint. You can use like fun shots. You don't have to do those stupid ass interview shots. But yeah.
It's not a music video class in the J school for that shit.
Honestly, Sid, they need to bring like a music video major, and we'll just bring us in as professors. I'm kidding. But which do we prefer more? And Devin, you have to participate. Which one do we like more, the remix or the original? Because I really like the remix, which is like new for me. You like the OG?
I like the I have to go with the OG, but the remix it starts growing on me.
Yeah.
If I heard the remix first, then remix definitely for sure. But I appreciate the OG. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the remix to get on TikTok, if it hasn't already.
Yeah? Yeah, well, the remix only because the features and the witty line and everything. So
TikTok loves the baby. And the baby loves TikToks.
Yeah. I wonder if he, how... Does he know that? How aware is he of that?
I bet you he knows. I bet you somebody at least told him either that or... He found out on his own because he also loves TikTok.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that tweet that I forget which city girl tweeted it, but one of the city girls was like,
"Terrible things, I swear."
Where she was like, "Look, I just put out music for the TikTokers that I know will appreciate it. Everybody's telling me I can't find the beat. I did it for TikTok." I was like, go off.
Artists because people use sounds there was one song by I don't know if y'all remember Austin Mahone.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not super big anymore, but people use one of his songs 100, 1,000 plus times. Yeah. It's imagine how many times a Weeknd song has been used. I feel like that's definitely a great way to blow up.
Yeah, and that always, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, how much TikTok has the, ability to, revive someone's career.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's, that's a question of, what royalties and stuff are, yeah, but it's also, a weird gray area, because I know copyright law is, if it's 30 seconds and it's transformative, you don't have to pay royalties at all. But then, when it comes to, newer artists, like Jack Harlow, whose song will probably blow up on TikTok because of the features, what is that? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's just free promo. So, I guess it's not really an issue like I thought it was.
I feel like having a song blow up on, TikTok and having it being used so many times is, a milestone for fame at this point in this day and age as far as shared music goes, which I don't know. I think it's cool. I think sometimes though, people ruin songs on TikTok because they be doing the little dances and stuff like that.
Where they're oh, I was watching how Pop Smoke song came up, and somebody was like, why are they doing these stupid dances to this hard ass song? And they're over here and he's like, I'm gonna steal all your money, I'm gonna steal your bitch, I'm gonna fuck your mom, and they're like
so true. And it's
oh my god.
All in all, we love TikTok.
We do love TikTok, but you do be problematic. And it's owned by China. It's owned by China. Oh my god. Okay, but last song technically, because we already talked about the remix, Baxter Avenue. this one definitely talks a lot about his roots in Kentucky, and he talks a lot about what I was talking about earlier, how he's like, yeah, I'm white, I rap, get over it. Just like, okay.
Like, it's okay, we understand, it's fine, yeah, like, you're okay.
It's like, it's not an issue until you made it an issue. Like, it's 2020, it's fine.
But, so overall rating for this song from you guys?
Baxter Avenue, I would have to say, are we doing out of 10 or like out of 5?
It could be, I liked it, I loved it, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, whatever you're feeling.
I think like a solid 4 out of 5.
I'll give it a 7. 6.5.
Why we drop 0.5?
Only because, like, I enjoy story songs, but, like, certain story songs are like, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, that's this. And it's just a constant flow of that, like, forever and ever. And, like, okay, I
get said, it. Where's the transition?
Yeah, like, turn up. Like, come on, like.
He said, I don't want to think. I want to bop.
Right? Like, you just teed us up with what's popping, now you talking to us again. Like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's like,
I feel like
he's like,
go ahead.
Oh my god, no. I'm thinking about, I forget what it's from, but that guy, where he's like, yeah, everybody's ready. Let's talk about STDs. And the crowd's like, oh.
Same vibe, same energy for sure.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's so right.
I feel like, because I personally like songs where I learn something about the artist.
Me too.
I feel like listening to this, I learned a lot about Jack Harlow. Obviously, like, not enough to know him, but I guess to know a little bit about his story.
And him as an artist.
As an artist, because, I did notice he talked about, like, I don't feel comfortable being a leader of a group of brown boys. And I was like, low key, I did notice in his little TikToks, all his friends are black. And that's not an issue at all. Like, that's just who he hangs with.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I think him acknowledging that was definitely, like, not necessary, but I think it was a good thing for him to point out and be like, hey, guys, like, I don't feel comfortable, like, leading y'all or whatever. And then also him talking about, I want to share my wealth with y'all, but, like, I don't know what a fair amount is. Which I think also is an issue for people that, they get on because you have that mentality, like, oh, everybody eats. At the same time, like, you don't want to just give everything away, have nothing left for yourself. So I think him talking about, that conflict was important as well.
Yeah.
And then also talking about them living different places and how he mentioned earlier in the album he lives on the white side and they live in a different part of Kentucky. Just because he's acknowledging that he's privileged to some degree, which, people nowadays want to be like, oh, I came from nothing, bro. I came from dirt, bro. And he's like, I live pretty comfortably without saying he lived pretty comfortably. So.
Yeah. And I think that's important, too, because he's, like, tackling the idea. I don't know if this was his intent, but my observation, at least, is that, like, tackling this idea that, like, you don't have to be rags to go to riches. And also, like, it's not unrealistic for, like, if you love something, you can do it, I don't know if that's too simple for what he was trying to say, but, like, there is no barrier other than what people decide are barriers. And obviously, like, he's not the first or last white rapper, but the idea is that he's playing in a space that has already been played in, but he's doing new stuff as well, which is really interesting.
And he's respectful with it. That's my base.
Yeah. But yeah, so overall thoughts, overall scores on this album. Let's give it a grade. What's your grade you would give it?
I like that. I would give it a A-.
I give it probably like a B+. Because, you know, it is his first album. And you gotta be a little critical so he's motivated to work harder. You can't let him peak on his first album, you know? Even if his first album is good.
He gets a C+ in my book. A C for building character.
Oh my god. A C for you did it. Devin gave him one of those star memes where it's like, you tried.
Now do it.
Based off of this being his debut album, what do you guys think of this as serving as his debut album? It's his like introduction, kind of. Even though he's had other projects, obviously. But
yeah, that's a little
like main event.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of hard to say because I feel like a lot of people do this thing in music, which is interesting to me, where like they'll have their music and then they blow up and they do like a reintroduction to themselves, which I think is important to do if you're like I don't know. I feel like it's ultimately unnecessary. I guess it's relevant for like people on TikTok who like they blew up and they're like, I just do TikToks of my cat. Like I feel like that's necessary, but I feel like with like musical artists, I feel like when they do this reintroduction, that's when their art can be like impeded by people's expectations. Because I'm not saying you don't have to acknowledge your blow up, but I feel like honestly your reintroduction should be like a real reintroduction and not like a reinvention, you know? Because what you were doing is what brought you to where you are. Like you shouldn't change that. Don't broke what's not fixed, you know? Or don't fix what's not broke.
It's okay, I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, you need to say stuff like this. You can't let me do this on the internet and just say shit like this. Oh my god. But yes. So
do you feel like this was a reintroduction or a reinvention?
I feel like it was a reintroduction. I'm just hoping from here, like he keeps doing what he was doing. I honestly feel like it is a reintroduction because he took so many of his old songs and just like popped them on the album, which, I mean, reduce, reuse, recycle, right? But yeah, you can't really reinvent yourself if you're putting the same songs. But what'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said that works. Yeah, you said reduce, reuse, recycle. Mr. Kareem.
Oh yeah, overall, you know, like I said, I gave him a C. I want him to try harder, but
serious.
Nah, like it's a C+. Yes, like he really, like he did really good, but I don't want to tell him that he did really good. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna let him. Like you said, that was some good advice because I really was about to give him a A-, B+, like in between that range. But like I know what he's capable of. I've seen his older work and everything, so he really knows how to grab people's attention and different things like that. But no, not but. You know, this project was pretty close to perfect, but I don't know, man. Like Rachel was saying, it's not like it's a reintroduction more than a reinvention. And, yeah.
So when you said it's close to perfect, do you mean it's close to perfect for a Jack Harlow album or for a Jack Harlow debut album? Because I feel like that's a really like important distinction.
Debut, for sure. Like, hey, this is what I'm at. This is what I'm doing for all my new fans. Hello, I'm this amazing. Boom.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly, like we talked about it a little bit earlier, but he did get into that territory where he like tried to hype himself up, and in a reintroduction, like if you're gonna tell me about the hype and not hype me up, like I'm gonna be like, okay, like cool. But
I'm amazing.
Yeah, okay. Right. That's how I feel, honestly, and I'll say it. That's how I feel about Big Sean, high key. Like I feel like Big Sean is like he talks a lot about like I'm Big Sean. I'm like, yeah, you're Naya Rivera's ex-husband in my head. Like you're gonna have to do a little more than that. But yeah, overall I really liked it, and this was my introduction to Jack Harlow. So I feel like for somebody who was really meeting him for the first time, it was pretty insightful, and I liked it a lot.
So what do you guys want to see from his next project? Whether that's an EP or a second studio album, what are you guys expecting from him? We have less than a minute left, so
yeah. Well, we don't have to plug socials because Twitch, so let's just speed round our thoughts and then say goodbye. Kareem?
Kind of like a Solange effect where he has a short film and an album. That'd be cool.
Yes, I agree with Kareem because honestly, I love a good short film. The visuals, like you were talking about earlier, like the Spotify feature that lets you do the visuals now is so cool, and it gives like people such a good chance to like add a little more to their song. But yeah, no, I want a short film too.
I didn't know that existed. Oh.
I definitely want to see either an entire album without any features.
Spotify. That's because y'all don't use Spotify. I'm sorry, Sydney.
They're fine. I would want to see an album from him either without any features at all, of him just like going hard with, you know, the bars, or an album full of amazing features, like even more amazing features on his first one. So.
Yeah. Okay, so before the Zoom kicks us out, thanks for stopping by our Twitch channel. I know we only have like 2 viewers right now, but we appreciate you. And